Welcome to Booze and the Bees.
Welcome. Thanks for watching. Or it's not over, we promise.
Yeah, just started this one.
We just started. I hope you're doing wonderful and being kind to yourself. I'm feeling very magical today.
Yeah, you look magical.
My top.
Very witchy, very purple.
Purple's my favorite color, by the way. And I've already gotten so many compliments on this top with me wearing it.
You know what's really cool about that? Green's my favorite color, and purple and green are complementary colors.
Look at us wearing our favorite colors today without realizing.
Yeah.
Oh, is this like a... Because do you like
green.
all shades of green?
Yeah.
Or is there a specific green you like? Because Minnie
Like
loves
forest green.
sage green.
This is close enough, just like a normal green. Like neon green's like a lot.
Forest green, yeah. Neon green, yeah.
It's like a lot.
I love neon colors, but...
Yeah, but like to say your favorite color is a neon color, not that you can't, but like it's not me.
Yeah, I guess I love all shades of purple. But
Yeah.
this purple, I don't know why, it gives me very magic vibes. It reminds me of my grandma who was very into magic. And she had I remember she had this magical room one time and it had a magic stuffed Mickey Mouse in it and a crystal ball and her Ouija board. And I think she would do readings there. I don't remember. Yeah, she would do tarot readings there in her room. This was back in Vegas. Long time ago. Over 15 years ago, man. So.
Hamilton's praying into the mic.
Because, I have a lot of memories, that's cute, that are faded, from childhood. But, those, ones that kind of stick. And her magic room was one that stuck. So, wearing this, because I should send a picture to my grandma.
Do it.
Be like, this reminds me of you. Yeah. Try to reach out to your grandparents more if they're still around, because my grandpa's not, and I really miss him a lot. And my grandma literally lives in town, and I haven't really seen her as much as I would like to.
Yeah. It's tough, though. We got the kid. She doesn't have the kid. So she could come.
I know, but...
She visits her kid. She never visits us.
Look, I'm not trying to be negative. I also can try to go see people and make plans, too. I can also reach out, make plans, and ask and invite over,
That is true. So for everyone out there, there's not much you can do to control other people, but you can control your actions.
Exactly. I'm a little sad about yesterday because I was supposed to hang out with one of my best friends and it fell through. But what can I do? Be sad about it? Or I could reach out because I did it.
Why didn't you? You knew about it.
Mm-hmm. Girls are weird sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know.
For real.
I didn't want to put too much pressure and be make her feel like she had to come over because...
Yeah, but sometimes people want a little bit of pressure because then it makes some people feel like they weren't welcomed or invited, even though there were plans. It was yeah, but it didn't sound like you really wanted the plans to happen.
See, that's what other people think differently. That's why I can't be sad and think all these things she doesn't want to hang out with me or blah blah blah. I also didn't put in the effort.
Yeah, that was imagine if it was the taco day and they didn't remind us to come over. We wouldn't have done it, and they could have felt like we just bailed on them because we knew the plans.
Yeah,
I didn't know we had
forgot
plans.
about plans that we had with our friends recently.
And they had to remind us, and so
What
it was
a good
oh,
comparison.
cool. And then we went over, not a big deal. It was actually fun for us, and it was cool that they were thinking about us and made this whole event. So if your friend was supposed to come over and you were thinking about it all day, well, then you should be reminding them, hey, there's this thing. And they might be like, oh, sweet, I haven't seen you forever. I really want to go.
Yeah.
Glad you reminded me we had plans. I forgot we had plans.
Yeah. You're right. See, that's why this is good. This conversation is relevant. And I needed to hear it from myself and tell myself this out loud because deep down I know, but I don't know why. Sometimes I'm just stubborn with myself. Doing that in life, back to grandma and stuff, she's older obviously, so I'm not gonna have that many years to just dilly-dally and not try to put the effort in, because I you have to do that sometimes you feel like other people have to put the effort in for you, but you forget you should put the effort in also.
Yeah,
if you want, especially if there's things you want, I miss being with these people and talking to them, then
We'll talk to them.
yeah.
I want to be in shape. Go work out. Like, there's only so many things the world can do for you.
It's so simple, but yes, we make it so hard for some reason.
Yeah, I think when people put emotions in front of actions, it makes it really tough. Because if you have to feel a certain way to do a certain thing,
Yeah.
then you're probably just not ever going to feel that way. You're never going to feel motivated to go to the gym every day or whatever my routine's 4 days a week, but you're never going to feel like doing that ever.
Right.
And the same thing I'm never going to feel like asking my boss for a raise. I'm never going to feel like
Yes.
moving to a new place because I really want to live there. You're never going to feel like that because it's a
Yeah.
lot of stress, it's a lot of anxiety, it's a lot of feelings associated with it, a lot of unknowns that you can't know and won't know unless you do something. So you may as well just say, logically, if my outcome must be I want a six-pack, you must work out. So you have to. I don't care how you feel. If you want to see your grandma more, you have to reach out.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Now you could say
Definitely.
someone else's grandma doesn't make them reach out. Well, that's their grandma. That's not yours. So you do it. You know, everyone's family is
Yeah, of
different.
course, this could apply in any kind of different situation you're in life.
Yeah, exactly.
But
Like there are some people they've had a six-pack their whole life. There's nothing they can do about it. Genetics.
Yeah.
You can say, oh, it was so easy for them. Yep, it was. How does that change your day? Doesn't. So
Exactly.
guess you got to work harder. That sucks. Some people are in wheelchairs. I knew a guy who was in a wheelchair. He was in the Olympics for the Paralympics. So you are only setting yourself back by saying my limiting factors are different. Everyone's limiting factors are different.
a
so
lot
you
of
may as
people
well
limit
push more.
themselves. And
Yeah.
they like find one excuse in life to hold on to and be like, well, now I'm just not going to improve or nothing's good's going to happen. Like, I'm just going to be stuck like this. And I'm always going to blame this situation for holding me back. And I can't do anything in life.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people, I don't know, it's just hopefully this message reaches to someone and be like, you have validation to live your life, start your life now. There's no like magic moment that is going to happen. Like, yes, I do like to believe in magic, but we have to also do the steps to create what we want in life.
Yeah.
Magic is a little different. You know?
I've told her this before on my stance on magic. You know how they always had like Merlin with the big beard and they're just reading books all the time and they had to memorize all these spells and they can finally cast these crazy spells.
Mhm.
And I always told her, I was like, these are just
Witches.
artists and scientists. And they're like, there is a love spell. There's a real love spell. It'll make millions of people fall in love with you. Call it Justin Bieber. It's a song. You figured out how to sing really well through years and years and years of practice, just like the magicians would have had to do.
Yeah.
And you figured out the lyrics and you figured out the voice and then you went out and did it in front of a lot of people. Does it work on everybody? No, but it worked on millions of people.
Mhm.
So magic does exist. It just doesn't look magical. You have to put the effort in. The magicians did. And you're like, oh, if only magic was there. Do you think you would have been a real magician shooting fireballs if it took every single day of your life since you were a child until you were older? Then you could have just been a pop star or a master inventor or something crazy. So just apply yourself to the real world. It literally is magic.
Mhm.
If the magicians had to do it their entire life, then do apply your entire life to something, anything in the real world. It is magic.
Yeah.
Magical results will happen.
You can't just sit there. Like I used to just sit there and be like, I'm so magical and like witchy and like whatever. And of course, it could just be whatever you want. This is life. This is
Yeah.
America. Free country.
America, you can do what you
No,
want.
but it's better when you actually put some like definition into it, and you know that's probably like belief, like religion, or like my mom was Wiccan, so she was very spiritual, and I never really identified as like one thing, but I'm curious and I want to learn more and read more. And right now I just say like I don't know, whatever. But I forget where I was going with my little tangent. My tangent went all over the place. Oh my gosh, I'm so jazzy. I had to fill my thing 4 times. And I had to take a hit, hold it, do the timer, and then like exhale at a certain time. But like the first time it was like, okay, but then I was like, okay, I need to do it again. And the second time the smoke wasn't big enough. So I was like, okay, I gotta take a bigger hit. And then I took a bigger hit and I couldn't even film. I started coughing immediately. So then I had to do it again. So I'm really jazzy. I really don't remember where my rant was going. Oh,
You're
to
saying-
put like belief and stuff.
That you're saying you can believe in things, but if you don't put the action towards it, then it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I used to just sit there and be like, I'm a witch, but like,
oh,
whatever.
cool. Oh, then what's happening, right? What's your results?
Right.
And whenever you look at your results, you can say, well, it's the world's fault. Sure. Do your results change? No. Maybe it is the world's fault. It sucks. Now you have two options. You can keep blaming the world, or you can do something.
Mm-hmm.
So you may as well just do something, because it's the only way out of it. And does it guarantee you get out of it? No. You still might have a horrible time. But you have no chance of escaping the horrible time if you don't do something. And that's where if you put your faith into something, or which could be a religion, it could be a spirituality, it could be whatever. If you put your faith that if I do the things that are in this tenet, and this tenet says to be good to people and to work hard and to care about your friends and family, or whatever your set of rules is, and that those traditions or steps that you do, like put natural things in your body, which I'm sure Wiccans do. I'm not sure. I don't know, but I would imagine that you're going to have good results. And that kind of gives you the emotional gratitude to say, okay, or fortitude to say, I can keep going with this. Because if you have no hope, that's why a lot of people give up. And I think that's where having a lot of faith in, if you can't believe in yourself, if you believe something else is out there giving you that magic, and you still do the steps, then you can win, and you have the hope that that the rules you follow will work.
Yeah, you'll start to see the magic happen.
Mm-hmm.
When you start taking the right steps and like really truly believing when you do good things, like you'll see good results. It really does, just like right before your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And you hear those videos of people being like, all you have to do is just like manifest, and then it'll happen. And it's like, well, like you can't just tell people like to sit in your room all day and just be like, I'm gonna be rich, and like,
I'm gonna be rich. I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm just gonna be. It's how. That doesn't make sense.
So what are you gonna do to take those steps to be rich?
Exactly. I'm going to be the person that deserves wealth.
Ah.
When you manifest behavior, you have a better chance of achieving than if you manifest goods.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to have goods in mind as kind of a guideline, like a track. Am I on track?
Yeah.
Because if I'm manifesting a yacht, then I need to become the person who deserves a yacht. Then maybe along my guidelines, paying the bills is on there. And that's way before the yacht, way before the yacht. But it's still, I can trace that, okay, before I couldn't pay bills, now I can. Now I can get a car. Now I can do this. Now, and then you can keep working up. So it's good to manifest things as like checkpoints, but you don't want to really manifest the things, because things can be taken away. Government rules can change. The economy can change. Wars can break out. Things can happen in life that you have no control over.
Yeah.
So it's good to manifest the behaviors required. It's like I have discipline. I get up at certain times. I work out at certain times. I eat right. I don't let myself, I don't cheat. I don't drink. I don't, you can set behavioral patterns that will set you up for success. Because like, pro tip, if you're in a relationship and I want my relationship to last a long time, and you say, I'm the kind of person who doesn't cheat, and you don't do that, your odds of being in that relationship long term skyrocket. So you manifest good behaviors that have great results in whatever you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, kind of like the guy in 90 Day when he was so scared that he was going to cheat. I remember the guy with AD, and he was like, oh, because my dad cheated, and I'm not ready. So like he wasn't ready. So he didn't make a good choice of not marrying her, because he wasn't in the right mindset, because he probably would have.
Yeah, when you
keep manifesting it, you're like, and the other way around, if like you're a girl and you keep manifesting, oh my God, my partner's gonna cheat on me.
I better check his phone all the time.
Then you're manifesting that to happen.
And they're probably going to, because they're like, look, if I'm already in trouble for doing something I didn't do, I'm going to be in trouble for doing it. If you're really going to make this happen, then I'm just going to do it. Because then at least I'm in trouble for doing something. So don't get me in trouble if I'm not doing it.
Yeah, any way, any reasoning how it'll happen, you're manifesting the negativity out there. So
that's real manifestation. Manifest the good things. The good behaviors, the good actions.
I also wanted just to say I love you, because I'm glad that you can say the thoughts in my head, because earlier I was struggling, then you were just speaking it perfectly.
I love you too. That's great.
I was like, oh, thank God, because I was like, I want to explain it so badly to them sometimes, and like I can't my brain or something just goes too fast and I'm just too excited
No.
or I don't know. But yeah, I'm grateful. Super grateful. I feel really good today.
Yeah, I worked out. I couldn't do my deadlifts because my lower back hurt, but that just goes into don't only manifest like the outcomes, manifest the behaviors and know your limits that you're not going to be perfect overnight. And like when I hurt myself, I'm like, these are my limits. So I took a week off and now I'm back to doing stuff. And I'm like, I can't do that because I'm going to hurt myself. And if I hurt myself, I'm just setting myself back.
Yeah.
So you can set goals and be like, man, these people are better. Probably. There's a lot of really great people out there that are incredible. I mean, you're not them, so who cares? What can you do? Now, don't keep giving yourself excuses. And one thing I wanted to say is when you manifest positivity, identify as something you're not, but that you aim to be. Don't identify as your barrier. Like I have ADHD. I don't identify as someone with ADHD. I identify as a person and my brain works a certain way. And there's certain habits I had to build for myself over many years to say this works for me because I'm going to lose my keys if I put them here. So I have to put a little key thing or I'm going to lose them.
Nice.
But if you identify as a victim or as someone who's weak or someone who's,
Yes.
you will become that. And that's real manifestation because you're
That's what you're
tricking your
putting out
brain into
there.
doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the craziest part. It's scientifically true that it works. You know how we know? Placebo pills. Why do sugar pills cure diseases? Because your brain identifies as somebody who has taken a cure when it hasn't taken a cure.
Yeah.
If you identify as someone who is cured, you have a better chance. Now, do placebos always work? No. Which is
Right.
why action is so important, why real medicine is so important. But not all the time. And it can help. Sometimes it's the only treatment is a placebo because your brain is the only thing strong enough to cure you. There is no medicine that can fix you. So you hope the placebo fixes it because your brain is so powerful. So never identify as the victim. If you were a victim, you can say, I was this. Now I am a survivor. I am a winner. I am powerful. I'm strong. I've overcome. Yeah, I hurt my knees, but I've overcome my knee hurt into someone who can walk, even if you can't leap. That's a huge accomplishment for yourself. So try to identify as that. You don't have to beat the Olympic sprinters. You can just learn to walk, and that can be good enough. So always celebrate your wins. Identify positively. It does scientifically work. It's not mumbo jumbo. There's a lot of mumbo jumbo out there, but that's not one of them. So
Yeah. Definitely. And don't listen to the judgments and comments that'll try to bring you down on your way, on your journey. Because in any form, I know I get comments, but even it could be people in your real life and stuff. Don't let, and whatever you see on TikTok sometimes too, don't let that influence your life because you never know sometimes if you're getting some bad influence on your feed and stuff. So really like know truly what you want and stay focused on that goal and don't let
And
the
one
little
thing I've
things
heard
get
is
to your brain.
if you're not getting hate, you're not doing anything big enough because nobody agrees with
Nobody agrees.
everything.
Nobody.
So if you're doing something, someone will hate it. So if
Yeah.
someone's hating it, you're actually on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that not all the time. If you're like giant D-bag, sorry, you
true.
probably just suck.
Yeah.
Don't suck. But
Yeah.
if you're doing something positive, like losing weight and people are hating on it, ignore them because that means you're
Right.
actually making an impact because no one would hate you if you're doing nothing because no one knows you.
Yeah, and some people also just like don't understand. Example, I started wanting to count my calories and track what I eat and stuff ever since New Year's. I am gonna be honest, and I am a little bad and don't do it sometimes, but I'm human and I have been good for the most part. Anyways, I remember telling some family members that I would do that, and they would be like, I don't understand why. Like, you're so small. Like, why are you doing that? And kind of try to, what would feel like putting me down about doing it. And I would just explain, myself, like the reasoning, tracking protein, because I never knew I needed to even have protein in my life. And now that I have it in my life every day, I feel like a normal person. And if you feel like you're not a normal person, maybe you're not having enough protein in a good diet. Seriously. So some people just won't understand and maybe won't ever understand. And that's okay. Like I'm still doing it and still feeling really great and stuff. And maybe they do understand now or don't. It's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Well, I think this is good.
Yeah, I
think
do
it's a
too.
lot.
This is great. It wasn't a lot. It was like 15 minutes.
It's a lot of different things. It's good.
I feel like it was all like.
I think it's close enough.
And I really like this episode. So I hope y'all are being kind to yourselves. Thank you for watching. Guffaw. We haven't done like a little
Guffaw.
actual guffaw.
I know we haven't been laughing. It's not as guffaw.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta let out the boisterous laugh.
Ha.
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 Love you guys so much.
Guffaw.
Guffaw.
Bah.